When you have an assault case, you usually have an offense report, some labs, maybe some photos,
right?
And that's it. I mean, in a RICO case or a money laundering case, I mean, you're going to have the bank records. You might have emails. You might have text messages. You might have, all sorts of other kinds of documents that they're going to seek to be admitted to show the scheme or how things are played out and show the records. I mean, it just gets to the point. Like I said, that last case that I tried a couple years ago that went 7 weeks, we had 1,000 exhibits, 1,000. I mean, it was all about, and that was what the government sought. I mean, it was a case that had thousands of other documents that could have been admitted, because that was just the exhibits on the 30 counts that were charged in the indictment. So, I mean, you had loan files, you had all the applications, you had all the paperwork.
Is this the mortgage fraud one?
Right.
I saw this.
So you got the loan app, you got all their supporting docs in each one. I mean, so it just goes on and on and on.
I will say, I think Jimmy, respectfully, I mean, I don't have to blow your head up because I love you anyways.
Anyway.
The mastery of you were going through documents and you would touch and it would come up and it would be on the big screen and you'd touch down and you'd swipe, highlight, boom, touch. I think you're on the next level as far as where technology in the courtroom needs to go. It almost seemed like the technology in the courtroom was behind what you could do.
It was, because I actually was using this, and because it would not hook up properly. And so I was actually at one point having to use this on the Elmo machine.
I remember that.
Because the connection to the court's computer system kept failing. And I had all the exhibits loaded onto my iPad to be into a program where I could highlight and pull it out. And that's why I say, lawyers who want to try these white collar cases and really want to get into them, you have to know the documents. You have to know where the key elements. I mean, you've got a bank, a 50-page bank loan document. You need to know what is said in this clause, and this clause, and this clause, because it's the fine print that can be the difference maker in walking your client out of there and having him go to prison for 20 years.
Well, I remember he would do this thing. It's in the real big courtroom, the big one. And you have a 20-foot widescreen, and he said, "Look." And one of the key things in the case was who signed on the documents.
Right.
And he would just click up, and then suddenly you have a 15-foot kind of image, and he would circle and be like, "That's not my client's signature," or something. And I thought it was very effective.
There are many cases that are document intensive where one side or the other's team has non-lawyers dedicated simply to running the electronic equipment for document presentation.
Yep.
It's gotten to the point where you can spend tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars during a lengthy trial on nothing but taking all these documents, getting them in electronic format, indexing them, searching them, making them presentable at trial, and having one or more people have to learn what they are, where to find them, so that you can get them on the fly during trial.
Yeah.
Unlike the old days when the courtrooms had no technology, where defense lawyers were going out and buying their own
blow-ups,
their own projectors, fold-out screens.
Right.